Hello, everybody. It's Craig. I'm on here. We are back with Dear Esther Landmark Edition. Now, so far in this game, we've heard a great soundtrack. I'm very impressed with it. Especially when we got into the caves, just gorgeous music, gorgeous, but not a whole lot going on in the game. Like, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of inner monologuing. There's a lot of storytelling going on here, and I haven't quite put the puzzle pieces together yet. I will. I will, or drop a comment down below if you've got it all figured out. I would love to hear it. And honestly, with that said, let's get to it. Find out what else is going on in this game, because I'm very intrigued. I'm very intrigued. Oh, creepy. So creepy. How are these candles staying lit? What in the world has gone on here? Do people live down here? Maybe transport things? Storage? Not really sure. All I know is that moon is here's that beautiful soundtrack I mentioned. That moon is gorgeous, but kind of creepy. No, wait, what's down there? That's a big thing I've noticed with this game, is there's lots of places to go, and unfortunately our main protagonist here is not very, quick on the feet. Which is okay. I mean, it lets me look around while walking.
I wish I had known Donnelly in this place. We would have had so much to debate. Did he paint these stones or did I? Who left the pots in the hut by the jetty? Who formed the museum under the sea? Who fell silently to his death into the frozen waters? Who erected this godforsaken area in the first place? Did this whole island rise to the surface of my stomach, forcing the gulls to take flight?
All of the above? I mean, I'm guessing you're having some sort of amnesia if you don't know if you painted all that stuff? What's with the candles? Oh, what the hell? Well, I can't climb to them quite yet. Say now, let's explore this dock. Very curious. Let's hope it doesn't come back to bite me in the ass. Ah! Whoops. My bad.
Come back.
So I guess I can't cross the docks. That, or I need to be more careful. Let's see if I'm a little more careful with... See, for any of you that watched the last video, I can't do anything but zoom. Doesn't look like there's really anything out there anyway. What can I say? I like exploring. Because really, that's the main thing to do in this game. Now I'm afraid if I walk too far this way, I won't know what's up that other path. Although, wow, what has been going on here? Is this where high tide comes up? Oh no, this must be where boats were docked or pulled up on shore. That would make sense to me. Maybe there was a dock there previously? Like above where those little poles were? Something to think about. But I gotta go explore that other path. Run! Run! Oh man, these were the candles I was trying to get to a minute ago. Still creepy. What? Wait, what is... Oh, brush. Looked like a knife. Yeah. He's talking about it's this luminous paint freaking everywhere, man. It's like, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to send a message? Is this path just going to take me right back to where I was a minute ago? No, no. But I get a better view of these things I call the boat docks. That I'm telling you, I am so sure.
Dear Esther, I find each step harder and heavier. I drag Donnelly's corpse on my back across these rocks, and all I hear are his whispers of guilt, his reminders, his burnt letters, his neatly folded clothes. He tells me I was not drunk at all.
The pieces are coming together. This Donnelly guy is the one that killed, I believe is the one that killed Esther, who is the main protagonist's love interest, wife, maybe? I think I may have missed that part. Maybe is that why I'm slow? Because I'm dragging Donnelly's body, or is that something that he did and isn't currently doing? I'm telling you, that's where they had the boats. Anyway, completely off track. Ooh, what is this? But yeah, those pictures back there, super taking pictures of the car that hit her. I mean, that seems like something for the police to do, but just had a thought. Does it have a missing door? Is there... Oh, I can't tell from here. Well, that looks like a door laying off to the side, so that was probably the door that we saw last video in the little crevice. Oh man, the pieces are coming together. Now we need to see in this little dugout cave here, what is a computer? Medical scissors? Wrap? Medical gauze. That's what I meant to say. Candles? What is... No, that's a medical device. What is it? How am I forgetting this? No, the clear. Bzz, that's what it is. Why am I not thinking of the name? That must be sitting here because maybe that's what he or the medical personnel, maybe in the people, the ambulance were trying to revive whoever was involved. That's awful creepy that you're saving that and have it sitting off somewhere with all these candles I keep seeing. Not liking this. You're a creepy man. Still unsure of your name, but you a creepy man. I know Donnelly and Esther. Who's that? I can't zoom in that far. Definitely a person. Her. Okay, we have another example of something I don't know on the periodic table. Not even going to try to figure out what those symbols mean. Oh, what do we got over here? It's a grave. No, that's pieces of the car. Why are you spreading car parts around? Dude, you're messed up. I'm telling you, it's this guy that I'm currently controlling. Man of the I got an achievement called Man of the Rocks. Oh man, but it's in kind of a shape of a grave. Maybe this is where she's buried. Maybe this is where Donnelly is buried. Oh, get off that rock. I guess let's keep trekking on.
There were chemical stains on the tarmac. The leak of air conditioning, brake fluid and petrol. He kept sniffing at his fingers as he sat by the roadside, waiting as if he couldn't quite understand or recognize their smell. He said he'd been traveling back from a sales conference in Exeter. He'd stopped for farewell drinks earlier, but had kept a careful eye on his intake. You could hear the sirens above the idling traffic.
Oh. Okay, we got words. A light from heaven shone around him. A light from heaven shone around him. Who's him? Starting to think our protagonist here went around this island just painting up a storm. Just so much inspiration.
From here, I can see my armada. I collected all the letters I'd ever meant to send to you, if I'd have ever made it to the mainland, but had instead collected at the bottom of my rucksack, and I spread them out along the lost beach. Then I took each and every one, and I folded them into boats. I folded you into the creases, and then, as the sun was setting, I set the fleet to sail. Shattered into 21 pieces, I consigned you to the Atlantic, and I sat here until I'd watched all of you sink.
Wow. So folded up pieces of you. All the letters. Wow. Dude's got some dedication here, and I applaud it. Almost too much dedication. On a sudden, a light from heaven shone around him. There it is again. And he fell to the ground. And now we have eggs. I'm seriously not sure what it means. Really. What? Now, where am I supposed to go from here? If I just go in the water, it's going to do the same thing it's done twice in this game. Whoops. Do it again. I want to get that boat. Ah!
Come back.
Yeah. Okay, now, so we've got these letter boats floating around. And really, oh, I missed another path. This has happened to me twice in this game, from getting so fixated on certain things. Happens to the best of us, right? Right? But I guess right now we just keep on walking.
The pain in my leg sent me blind for a few minutes as I struggled up the cliff path. I swallowed another handful of painkillers, and now I feel almost lucid. The island around me has retreated to a hazed distance, whilst the moon appears to have descended into my palm to guide me. I can see a thick black line of infection reaching for my heart from the waistband of my trousers. Through the fugue, it's all the world like the path I have cut from the lowlands towards the aerial.
Oh, okay. So that's the second time he has mentioned an infection. So that's got me thinking there's something really bad going on in this island. Either driving people crazy, maybe no, couldn't be a zombie infection. I haven't even seen any.
I've begun my voyage in a paper boat without a bottom. I will fly to the moon in it. I've been folded along increasing time, a weakness in the sheet of life. Now you've settled on the opposite side of the paper to me. I can see your traces in the ink that soaks through the fiber, the pulp vegetation. When we become waterlogged and the cage disintegrates, we will intermingle. When this paper aeroplane leaves the cliff edge and casts parallel vapor trails in the dark, we will come together.
Whoa! Okay. Man, you might need some therapy, all right? Just gonna tell you that. And he was Is that literally spelling out preceding? And he was proceeding on his journey. Yeah, that's kind of what we've been doing. No, I got the feels for you, though. I mean, you're popping painkillers like it's candy. And he was come near to yeah. I can't read that. Damn. Okay, we got more writing.
If only Donnelly had experienced this, he would have realized he was his own shoreline, as am I. Just as I am becoming this island, so he became his syphilis, retreating into the burning synapses, the stones, the infection.
So Donnelly got infected too? And neither did he eat nor drink. When he was infected? And he was 3 days with... Really like to read the rest. 3 days without sight? Uh-oh. Did he stay blind? Whoever that writing is about? So many questions. So many questions. I'm dying to get answered. You know, maybe the infection is why you're walking so slow.
There are headlights reflected in these retinas. Too long in the tunnels of my island without a bottom. The sea creatures have risen to the surface, but the gulls are not here to carry them back to their nests. I've become fixed, open and staring, an eye turned on itself. I've become an infected leg whose tracking lines form a perfect map of the junctions of the M5. I will take the exit at mid-thigh and plummet to my Esther.
No, don't do that. We are not plummeting any today. Drowning a few times, sure. Is this like an old war bunker? Man, there was maybe a skirmish or a battle that went on here a long time ago. There's the science again. All right, well, that's been explored and got to hear some more depressing stuff from him again. Man, you gotta chill. I know you're probably infected, and chances are I have a thought that you did something to this Donnelly guy, who is also infected. Is. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. As soon as we can actually get there. At least there's handrails. No. Okay. I'm walking. We're walking. Oh, more riding. That. Oh, I have no words. I'm gonna try to read this one out. Now I gotta go all the way back down. You're not making this easy, developers. Apparently I'm authorized personnel. And can't read that word. And something passed that as made my journey and Fome Hi. If I go back any further, I'm gonna. Oh, whoa! I'm gonna fall off this mountain. You know what? I should have looked at that from afar. Noon. Suddenly. Suddenly, thee shone from heaven. There it is again. A great light round about me. Oh, different. And could not see.
He was not
Rum?
drunk, Esther. He was not drunk at all. He had not drunk with Donnelly or spat Jakobsen back at the sea. He had not careered across the lost shores and terminal beaches of this nascent archipelago. He did not intend his bonnet to be crumpled like a spent tissue by the impact. His windscreen was not star-studded all over like a map of the heavens. His paintwork etched with circuit diagrams, strange fish to call the gulls away. The phosphorescence of the skid marks lighting the M5 all the way from Exeter to Damascus.
Huh. So he wasn't drunk? Is that what you're trying to say? I'm gonna walk up here reading this whole damn thing. Jeez. Having trouble enough deciphering what he's saying in his inner monologue rather than reading these caveman-like wall paintings. Wow, storm's really picking up. Into came Damascus. He mentioned Damascus before. Is that a town? City?
I have run out of places to climb. I will abandon this body and take to the air. Dear Esther, I have burnt my belongings, my books, this death certificate. Mine will be written all across this island. Who was Jakobsen? Who remembers him? Donnelly has written of him, but who was Donnelly? Who remembers him? I have painted, carved, hewn, scored into this space all that I could draw from him. There will be another to these shores to remember me. I will rise from the ocean like an island without bottom, come together like a stone, become an aerial, a beacon, that they will not forget you. We have always been drawn here. One day the gulls will return and nest in our bones and our history. I will look to my left and see Esther Donnelly flying beside me. I will look to my right and see Paul Jakobsen flying beside me.
They will leave white lines carved into the air to reach the mainland, where help will be sent.
Whoa. I, what in the world? I don't mean to be so quiet. I'm just taking it all in. I mean, he said he was going to shed his body and fly, and well, now that we see from the couple little shadows, yep, he's flying. He's a bird, apparently. So, where is he going? There's the little boats, letters. He really missed this Esther. Wow, what a sad story. I mean, this person was very Paul. Was that his name, Paul? This person was really sad over the passing of this Esther. Uh, just amazing story. I'm very impressed. It was hard kind of figuring out what was going on just from the inner monologue, but piecing together little things here and there, like the car pieces laying out with the candles, and then that random car door just somewhere else. I don't know if that's exactly supposed to mean something, but to me, it kind of, at least the car parts laying in that cave is like trying to save some part of what happened. Um, and I don't know, I guess he didn't get around to getting at the other car door or something like that. I don't know. But I mean, just I have a feeling when this Esther was killed that from the inner monologue, he says he was just going all over the island. So I feel like everything that was seen going on in this island was exactly him, our protagonist. Uh, and then I think he killed this Donnelly. I think he did, and had some. Uh, Both of them had an infection of some sort. The game didn't really go into that about whatever infection deal was going on. Um, but at the end, he turned into a bird. I shouldn't be laughing. I mean, it's a kind of a depressing game with a big story. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play one more part.
Donnelly reported the legend of the hermit, a holy man who sought solitude in its most pure form. Allegedly, he rode here from the mainland in a boat without a bottom, so all the creatures of the sea could rise at night to converse with him. How disappointed he must have been with their chatter. Perhaps now, when all that haunts the ocean is the rubbish dumped from the tankers, he'd find more peace.
Hello?
They say he threw his arms wide in a valley on the south side, and the cliff opened up to provide him shelter. They say he died of fever 116 years later. The shepherds left gifts for him at the mouth of the cave, but Donnelly records they never claimed to have seen him. I have visited the cave and I have left my gifts, but like them, I appear to be an unworthy subject of his solitude.
Okay. Well, we learned about a hermit, apparently named Sean. Okay, so I went and played back through a little bit of the game. The paths that I walked that's it. That's what you can walk, aside from little small paths where you might get a little more inner monologue. But other than that, no, I went through what is the entire game. I didn't expect it to be like a very long, several hour type of game, 20 plus hours. All in all, I enjoyed this game. The scenery, the inner monologue, giving all of us something to try and piece together, the puzzle pieces that kept being laid out. Nothing was just straight up told to you. Like this infection, there was nothing said as to what the infection was. Like, it wasn't a zombie infection, or, what was it? Did this infection turn him into a bird? Judge from the shadow, we saw the shadow, I think 2 or 3. Yeah, it was 3 times. So yeah, he was a bird. I don't know. One of the biggest things I gathered is that this Esther, his love, in some way, was killed by this drunk driver named Donnelly. And it sounds like he did something to Donnelly. Don't know if Donnelly already had something done to him. He had the infection too. Those are some of the main things that I've gathered about this story. I'm going to read into it a little more, see what the good old Google will tell me, because I am very interested as to the finished puzzle of the story of this game. But with that said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the game. As I've said, seems like a cool game. Not the usual type of game I play, but I still enjoyed myself. Feel free to leave a like down below if you enjoyed the video, and I wish you well. Craigamon, out.